Hello, everybody. Turn the music down just a bit. Let's get the camera going. Hey, there we are. Hello, 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 hello. We're gonna let everybody kind of roll on in. Give it a few minutes like we did last time before we actually start and get going. But hello to all of you who are here so far. Jeth Red, Skilled Tadpole, Brawl Cat, hello, hello. Moose is God. We're here. We're out here. My sister, Lindsay, hello. I assume you're watching with Cassidy and them. It's gonna be a little bit before we start here. We're gonna give 5-ish minutes so people can roll on in, figure out that we're live. Before we jump into the first category, we do have 10 categories again today, and I will say at least one of them is absolutely diabolical. And if you guys get it, I will be very surprised. But it should be a fun one. 10 categories. It will take like 5 minutes. Hey, we did 10 last time. We were live for like 2.5 hours last time, I think. Maybe we're close to 3. Close to 3. And my other sister's in chat. Becky, what's up? By the way, did you check out the last line game? You know what? I clicked on it right after stream. And then I got distracted. I will look at it after this stream. I did look at it a little bit. It was like a top-down... Is it turn-based? Or... It was like a top-down, like RTS almost, right? Also, guys, twin sticks mixed with tower defense. That sounds pretty sick. I'll check it out after the live. Guys, I think what we're going to do, we do have the 10 categories, so we will play those out first. And depending on how fast we move through those, the end of the live will be dedicated to kind of a Q&A slash suggestions segment where you guys can rapid fire Q&A questions, also suggestions of stuff that you guys want to see more of on the channel and stuff like that. I have my little notebook that I write all my notes and feedback and stuff that I think of when I'm on the go for button press. So I'll write down a whole bunch of stuff that you guys suggest. Should be a fun time. And I got the iPad here just in case I need to, once again, Google for some of the characters that you guys suggest. We'll give it a few more minutes for people to roll on in. Got your notepad ready this time? Well, I'm glad you got your notepad ready. Hopefully that will help. We do have Jeff in the background this time. Again, he'll be typing... You know what? Hold on, let me do this. Ta-da! Guess the category. We'll have Jeff on this side with the Google Doc again, typing all of our stuff. Also, guys, if you guys want to be my little lab rats, test guinea pigs here, something is probably wrong with the thing I set up, but I did set up the Discord message to pop up automatically. If you guys do !Discord, I think the link should pop up if one of you guys want to try that. !Discord lowercase d. Okay, it does work. Okay, so it also is working properly because it popped up once. It's on a cooldown, so each person can do it every 2 minutes on their own. And there's a 20-second cooldown between when people can do it, like, as a group. Which is why it only popped up once for when Moose did it, and then Jethred and Lindsay, when you guys did it, it did not pop up. So, that's good. That's good. So, like, if one of you guys do it now, it should pop up. Every 15 minutes, it should throw a automated message into the chat so you guys can join as well. Or join and, you know, see it if you're not already in the Discord. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. ! Commands. The only command that we have is the Discord one so far. I don't know what else to add. The thing is, especially for like the guess the categories, the chat gets pretty hectic. And stuff like that. So like when the commands are going crazy and the alerts are popping up on the screen everywhere, it goes nuts. Might want to add some background music. What do you think? Can you guys not hear the music? Maybe it's a little too quiet. Proto Man, what up? Welcome in, welcome in. Is the music too quiet? Nope, can hear it. Can't hear the music still. Wait, how can some of you guys hear and some of you guys can't? Okay. Oh, nope, can't. Okay, I see it. Okay. Jeff's whispering in my ear. Give me some feedback here. Let me crank it up then. It might just be this song. Let me skip the song and then I'll turn it up a little bit as well. Like how we sitting at like here. Who is Jeff? Jeff is my man in the chair. He's my friend that helps me behind the scenes right now during the lives. He's going to be typing out the answers that you guys submit on the side here. I feel like the music is too loud now, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Jeff is my buddy who types things. He's on the other side of this black curtain. That is not true. Unless, I mean, at least as far as I'm aware. Music good now? Is it too loud? We are going to jump right into the first category in just a second. No, that's actually the stairs behind me, Lindsay. That's the stairs. The TV is right in front of me. So I should be able to open this up. Music level good. God, the screen is so bright when I open up the dock. See, now we get the dock, and now Jeff can type to you guys. Music levels are good to me. Look at this high level of production. Yeah, budget here is through the roof. Alright, we're gonna hop into the first category. I don't know how many people are actively in chat here, but seems like there's a decent amount of you guys. I don't think we'll have to put on slow mode at the moment. It doesn't seem like everything is exploding like it did last week. Last week was a little, it got out of hand, so I had to turn on slow mode so everybody wasn't spamming 50 guesses in a second. So we'll do, Jeff's not actually here, by the way, Lindsay. I just want to put that out there, make that clear. All right, everybody in chat, are we ready for the first category? I think we're ready to go. To his knowledge, to my knowledge, yes. I think we're good to go. I think we're gonna start the first category here. I got my Google. Let me open Google here. Jeff is in his walls. He is. That I believe. All right, guys. Here we go. First category is going to be starting in 3, 2, 1. I'm not going to put on slow mode. I'm going to let you guys just have at it because it looks like there's not a crazy amount of people in here like last week. So let's do it. First categories starting right now. Let's get some submissions. I like how the first character is a character I don't know. Konoko from Oni. Okay. Konoko is a no. Pac-Man is a yes. Pac-Man is in there. Luigi is a no. Bomberman? No. Slowpoke, as in the Pokemon? Slowpoke is a yes. Another character I don't know. Amaterasu from Okami. Oh, Amaterasu, if that's how you pronounce that, is... Let me look in the wiki page real quick. Yes. Is a yes. Dante from Devil May Cry is a no. Sonic characters, or Sonic is a yes, sorry. Non-humanoid characters. I mean, very close. That's as close as you could be, Brawlcat. Just reiterate that a little bit, and you're right there. There you go. I'm going to give that to Brawlcat and Gavant as a tag team effort. Non-human characters. You guys just blew right through that one. Also, Gavant, hello, hello. I don't know if you were in chat earlier, but I did not say hello. Do you guys want warning when the diabolical categories are coming up, or do you want to just be unknown? Because it might be a little crazy. Yes, you do want the warning. All right, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Brawlcat says surprise us. Warning after a while, not in the get-go. Okay, not at the start. Taking a quick short break from mowing the lawn. Figure I'd jump in. Hell yeah. Welcome in. Guys, are we ready to jump into the second category? I feel like we're going to blow right through these. Some of them I think are going to have you guys hung up for a little while. All right. Second category on the board. Let's start it. Let's get some submissions in. Here we go. Let me get Google up on my iPad just in case I need to check some more characters. Sunflower from Plants vs. Zombies is going to be a yes. Vaz from Far Cry is a no. Also, the Jaffa Man, hello. Chocobo is a no. Chocobo is a no. What is this music? Is this Metroid music? This is a little scary. Oh no, it's DK. Characters that are plants. No, it is not characters that are plants. That would be wild. I don't even know if I could think of anything else. Any other characters that are plants? Oh, I guess Piranha Plant. Boo. Boo's a yes. Boo is a yes. Samus is a no. Chica from FNAF is a no. It's not characters without legs, no. Meta Knight is a no. Non-human characters? Nope, nope. That was the last one. Can you imagine if I did the same category twice in a row? Luigi is a no as well. If I did the same category twice in a row, I don't even know. That'd be mean. Harry Potter is a no. Waddle Dee is a no. I believe. Yes, Waddle Dee is a no. Kirby is a no. My hint to you guys. Zombie from Plants vs. Zombies is also a no. Sully from Uncharted is a no. My hint to you guys is that there were there are a few characters that you guessed last category that I think would help you a lot. Ghastly is a no. Jeff, I don't know if it's possible to even type that and fit it in, and I don't know. Characters that produce resources. No. Pac-Man. Pac-Man is an interesting one. I'm gonna say most of the time he's a no. Bomberman is a no. Character without legs. Mike, welcome in. Someone already guessed characters without legs. I will say, you guys are thinking in the right headspace for this one, but it's not characters without legs. Yoshi is a no. Characters that can't move? No. Pac-Man and Boo can move. King K. Rool is a no. Characters that float? No. Not characters that float. Also, S. Blake, welcome in. You guys are really thinking in the right spot. It's like, it's hard because wording, but like, it's not that. Characters without noses? Do any of these characters have noses? It's not that. Dante from Devil May Cry is a no. Konoko from Okami was, which one was that? That was the... Konoko, that was the dog, right? Yes. Or is that Okami? I never played that game before. If... Oh, from Oni, sorry, I messed that up. Kanoka's a no, sorry. Let me get back on it. Character without limbs, no. Characters without a nose, no. Slowpoke is a yes. Slowpoke is a yes. Link from Zelda is a no. Corey Walker, what is up? Characters that can't talk? No, not quite. It's not characters that can't talk. Navi from Zelda is... Navi from Zelda is a yes. I got really confused because I saw Pac-Man on there. Hey guys, look, the freaking Discord notification thing worked. Zelda from Link is a no. Characters that can't walk? No, some of these characters can walk. Mario's a no. Non-humans? Nope. Monster Bus, welcome in. The Dougal Man, welcome in. Two Trick, welcome in. You guys are very close. I will say, you guys are saying characters with no legs. That's not quite the category, but characters with no legs do fit into this category. But you can see there's other characters in here. Non-humans, tails. Characters with no toes. No. Characters with no arms. Nope, nope. Oh, Tails from Sonic. Okay, I see what you're saying. Tails from Sonic is a no. Sorry. Diddy Kong? No. Characters with no shoes? No. Never mind, Boo has arms. Boo does have arms. I will say this, guys. My second hint is every character that doesn't have legs, like you guys have guessed, every character that doesn't have legs fits into this category. But there is a character in here that is going to give it away. Mr. Game & Watch is a no. And remember, Pac-Man is rarely... I think Pac-Man fits into this category majority of the time. I mean, sorry. He does not fit into this category majority of the time. He is rarely in this category. Characters that are slow? No. Lakitu, I think... We're gonna say Lakitu is a yeah, I think. We'll go Lakitu is... Lakitu is kind of like Pac-Man. Like, the barrel from OG Donkey Kong, is that a character? Because the barrel technically would not be there. I mean, would be there. Secondary characters? No. Characters that float? No. I will say this. It's a larger category than characters that don't have legs. And there are characters with legs in this category. You can see Slowpoke's in here. Slowpoke. Yoshi's a no. Yoshi's a no. Lakitu is on the list, but also a sometimes, I guess. But if you're thinking about Lakitu in his basic form, he's in there. You guys want some hints for characters that are in there as well? Gex is a no. No, Gex is a no. Characters with missing limbs, no. All right, here's a couple of my character hints for you guys. Duck Hunt Dog. Duck Hunt Dog. Ball from Overwatch. In his mech, Wrecking Ball is in this category. Characters that move slowly. Duck Hunt Dog is on there. Let's see. Roach the horse from The Witcher. Chain Chomp is a yes. Chain Chomp is a yes. There we go. Someone's got it. Jethred sneaking in with the answer. Non-bipedal characters. Characters that do not stand on two legs. You guys were saying no legs, but characters with 4 legs count. Nice job, Jethred. I thought Slowpoke was going to be the giveaway, guys. I really thought Slowpoke was going to be the giveaway. Pac-Man messed me up for some reason. I know, I was so hesitant to say... That's why I said, like, Pac-Man, for the most part, is not in this category because, like, every time you see Pac-Man nowadays, he's got 2 legs. That's why we put rarely, but, like, basic Pac-Man has no legs, but, like, most of the time when you see him, he has the legs and arms. It's hard. Yeah. You said no to Ghastly and it really threw me off. No, I thought I said yes to Ghastly. Did I say no to Ghastly? That might have been a slip up on my part. I'm so sorry. I thought I said yes to Ghastly. That's a blunder on my part. Blunder on my part if that's what happened. You are forgiven. I thought you said no to Gengar. I mean, Gengar is a no. Gengar stands on 2 legs. All right. Guys, are we ready for the next category? This one's gonna be a fun one. I think it's gonna be a little tricky. It might catch you guys off guard. 3, 2, 1, let's go, guys. Let's get some submissions in. Chocobo is a yes. Dry Bones is a yes. Yoshi is a yes. Lightning McQueen, I guess, is a yes. Mario is a no. And Sly Cooper is a no. Sephiroth is a no. Dr. Alan Grant? Like Jurassic Park Alan Grant? He's a no. Sonic is a yes. Sonic is a yes. Link is a no. Soldier 76 is a no. I have to think about it now. I don't want another Ghastly situation where I accidentally say the wrong answer. Astrobot? I'll give you guys this. Astrobot is a yes. Just basic Astrobot, yes. Pichu is a yes. Pichu is a yes, guys. Let me Google who that is. First one of this category that I don't know. Mordin Solus. Oh, from Mass Effect. I am going to say that Mordin Solus is a no. Knuckles is a yes. Knuckles is a yes. Seems like people are starting to roll in now. We're getting a lot of different faces in here. Monster Bus, welcome in. Joey, welcome in. Firecracker Man, welcome in. Venom, welcome in. Mathamoto, welcome in. Seeing a lot of new names. Shadow the Hedgehog is a yes. Electrode is a yes. Bramblegast is a yes. I will say this, I don't think there's a... I think every single Pokemon fits in this category, if I'm not mistaken. Second Effect, hello, hello, hello. Spider-Man... Spider-Man is tough. If I say yes to Spider-Man, I think it is only going to confuse you guys. But Spider-Man is going to be a soft no. Elwood Blues from the hit 1991 video game, The Blues Brothers. I believe he would be a no. I don't know how crazy that game gets, but... he would be a no, yes, for sure. Has different forms? No. Samus Aran. Okay, so Samus Aran is a no for the same reason that Spider-Man is. It's really hard for me to say yes to those characters, but like... Yeah. Yo, Proto Man, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. Non-human, no. Proto Man's a beast. Captain Falcon. Okay, guys. My hint right now is that Spider-Man, Samus, and Captain Falcon all are in the same like no but yes categories. Like they're both kind ofs. And the no that I think will help you guys out the most is Sly Cooper. You guys got a no on Sly Cooper. If you think about him compared to everybody else on this list, I think you'll be able to figure it out really quick. It's like hard, yeah. It's hard to like, I don't know. It's a weird category. Maybe I shouldn't have done this one. Is Mega Man a yes? Oh man, Mega Man fits in that category with Spider-Man, Captain Falcon, and Samus. Ghost from COD, I will say, is a no. Non-raccoon characters. No, it's not non-raccoon characters. Donald Duck from Kingdom Hearts is a yes. Donald Duck is a very good example, just like... Oh, wait, sorry, wait, no. Sorry, my bad. Donald Duck is a no. He's a very good example, like Sly Cooper. My bad. Donald Duck and Sly Cooper are your best examples of no's. Moira from Overwatch is a no. I'm getting a little mixed up, guys. Brawl Cat, that was my bad. No. No, it's not characters that don't wear pants, because remember, Sly Cooper and Donald Duck are both on that no list. Donald Duck and Sly Cooper don't wear pants, but they are no's. Characters that transform, no. Characters that don't have headwear. You guys are so close with like the pants, the headwear. Characters that are fake animals, no. Characters that use props, nope. The not wearing pants and the not wearing headwear are the closest you guys have been so far. But think about something that Donald Duck, Sly Cooper has that none of these characters here have. I'm telling you, a lot of the Pokemon are not going to help you. I don't know if there's any Pokemon that will help you. No, it's not a hat. Not a hat. Characters that don't use weapons / gear? No. No, because, I mean, some of these characters do use weapons and I mean, Shadow has a gun. Visible eyes? No. There we go. We got somebody with it. Tord Weiss. No shirt. Characters that do not wear shirts. That's why Donald Duck was a no. I'm sorry I accidentally said yes at first. Sometimes my head gets jumbled up, but that's why Sly Cooper and Donald Duck. Oh, you said no shirt 10 messages ago? Are you trolling? Torrid. There we go. Torrid is what I'll refer to you as. I don't see it. I don't see that you said no shirts. Are you trolling? You're trolling, right? The Stranger. Guy's lying. I scrolled up. Am I seeing all messages or top messages? Oh, there's a difference. Oh, interesting. Why is that a thing? Yeah, I had set to I see it now. Yeah. No, the Stranger is correct. They did say it. I didn't realize. I put on live chat. What's the difference between live chat and top comments? Because it was on top comments. Why would it exclude things? You said no shirt too. Yeah, guys, that is so strange. I'm sorry to whoever guessed it, Brawl Cat and the Stranger. You guys both did guess it. For some reason, my OBS had it set default to top comments, which just filters out comments. Average YouTube moment. I know. Why would they do that? I want to see everybody's comments. Yeah, they put by default for no reason. I always have to put all comments. Sometimes you have to toggle back and forth even if you have all selected. OBS is a pain. But hopefully I can see everybody's comments now for the rest of the thing. I switched it to live chat. We should be good. All right. We will switch to another one. Yeah, that's so weird. I didn't know that was a thing either, but I guess it makes sense for big streamers. Yeah. But what is considered a top comment? I don't know what's considered a top comment. All right, guys, are we ready for category 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Is this only category 3? If YouTube guesses something as spam, it won't show up. All right, guys, next category. Here we go. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Skull Kid is a no. Sam from Sam and Max is a no. Navi is a no. Waluigi is a no, but did you guess because of the shirt? Alan Wake is a no. Elwood Blues from the hit 1991 game Blues Brothers is a no. Spyro is a no. Let me search it up. I don't know that character, but I can already tell you it is a no, but I'm just curious. Oh, from Yakuza. No. Master Chief is a no. Luma from Mario Galaxy. Luma is a yes. That's a funny yes, but Luma is a yes. Nemesis is a no. Sunflower from Plants vs. Zombies is a no. Sully from Uncharted is a no. Chicken Little is a no. That's crazy, Luma. Gandalf? No, but I wish. Zeus from Hades, maybe? I don't know. Chibi Robo? No. Kirby is a yes. Abe from Abe's Odyssey? No. Oh, Zeus from Smite is a no. Zelda is a yes. Ridley is a yes. Ditto is a no. Mauga from Overwatch is a no. Billy Hatcher is a no. Tracer is a no. Brawl Cat, that is basically it. I will give it to you. This is fighters in Super Smash Brothers, and it is so hilarious that you guys got Luma first. That's like a tacked on character. Rosalina and Luma. It says it in the name of the character, so I have to include it. But yes, characters from Super Smash Brothers. Fighters in Super Smash Brothers. Not all characters, because a lot of those characters would technically count because they are in, you know, because they're technically in it. Mario is in the game. Waluigi is not playable. Did I say no to Mario? I didn't say no to Mario. Right? I didn't say no to Mario. Oh, okay. When you said I wish for Gandalf, I kind of knew it was Smash. Yeah. I almost like gave it away by saying, dude, Waluigi should be. But this is fighters in Smash. Crazy that you guys got Luma before anything else. You guys are nuts for that. That was a quick one. Let's jump right to the next category, guys. Gandalf and Smash would be crazy. W for the person typing in the sheet. That is Jeff. That is Jeff. Hey Thryson, what is up, by the way? I didn't say hello to you in chat. I saw that you were guessing. But yeah, that is Jeff. W Jeff. Jeff makes this stuff happen, guys. And if you notice that if you the automated message just when it comes up, wait, was it coming up? No, I'll have to fix it. But I did name it Jeff Bot, so when it sends the Discord message like Jeff used to, it's still Jeff. Happy Sunday, Jeff and Mark. Hello, yeah, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Yeah, you can now get the Discord link by doing !Discord. It also pops up every 15 minutes or so with the link. All right. Let's skip this song. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Some Donkey Kong Country theme. All right, guys. Next category. Here we go. Let's get some submissions in. All right. Batman, no. Shy Guy, no. Astrobot, no. Snake from the Google Snake game, no. Thor from Smite, no. Diddy Kong is no. Ratchet, no. Sam Fisher, no. Isaac from Dead Space is yes. Illidan, ooh, like Illidan Storm Rage, no. Ike is a no. Cranky Kong is a no. Is the Donkey Kong music, guys, getting into your head? Cheap Cheap, no. Overwatch Jetpack Cat, no. Leon from Resident Evil is a yes. Marcus Phoenix, I would say Marcus Phoenix is a no, but Hank from Pragmatica? Do you mean Hugh from Pragmata? Tone from Dark Cloud? Let me see. Let me look up that character. We're gonna say Tone from Dark Cloud is no. Samus. Samus, no, not really. Doom Guy, no. Oh, Unwedged getting it super early on. Characters from horror games. That is correct. Nathan Drake, characters from sci-fi. I like these guesses, but still, characters from horror games. Pyramid Head from Silent Hill would have counted. Yes, Jethred. Main characters in horror games. Mike, you got it too. Tom Nook, no. Dad characters. That's a good category. Protagonists from horror games. Bam. Yep, you're on it. That one, you guys just smoked me. You guys just absolutely smoked me. 2 characters and you get it? I mean, you guys guessed like 2 of the biggest protagonists. Tom Nook is scary. Also, Peter, what's up? All right. I see you guys. That was an easy one. The sheet isn't updating, says Jeff. What do you mean? Yeah, I still see that. Let me refresh, guys. Jeff was correct. Let me scroll down just slightly. Up slightly. Oh. Guys, Jeff just informed me that he has been keeping track of everybody who has gotten it correct. Whoa, the shirtless characters one. Everybody who has gotten it correct so far. Wow, that's awesome. Let me scroll up a little bit so you guys can see. These are the categories that we've done, the people who have gotten it correct. That's awesome. That is awesome. I would love to like I like to give people their credit for being here, for guessing. But Jeff's the freaking king right now for making it happen. I didn't know he was doing that. How specific of a category do you think you could come up with that still has a high amount of characters? I mean, I have a set list here. Some of them, a lot of characters are in, I think. But we'll see. I did say, guys, I did say this at the beginning. There is at least one super diabolical category slipped into this list that if you guys get it correct in some way, whew, I don't know what I'll do. Can I gift subs? Gift memberships? If you guys guess it correct, maybe I'll like freaking gift 50 memberships. Would that be crazy if I gifted 50 memberships? Characters with 3 toes, easy? No, it's way worse than that. It is way worse than that. And I'm never gonna, Torrid, you are still, I still count your victory with the shirtless one. We know you were in there. All right, let me scroll up. Jeff said it's bad. Okay. Let me get it lined up. Scroll down just a slight bit more. All right, we're good. I had a good idea for a hyper-specific, but lots of characters. If you want, Jethroid, if you're in the Discord, we have a suggestions section where if you want to throw categories and stuff in there, I think there's still a discussion board in there for guest category suggestions that we could use on future streams and also in shorts. Torrid, no, it's a full victory. We know it's you. A lot of you guys got it. It was just me who didn't see it. So, all right, everybody, here we go. Next category. We're starting off right now. Let's get some suggestions. Wario is a no. I'm gonna have to do some Google searching on these names that I don't know. Garrus Vicarian, I think that's how you pronounce that. Is a yes. Virgil from Devil May Cry. I can't speak. Jeff, that character is from Mass Effect, I believe. Virgil is a no. Ness is a no. Skull Kid from Majora's Mask. I need to double check that. I'm gonna say Skull Kid is a yes as well. I always forget how to pronounce that, but that's the lady from Resident Evil. She's a no. Big Daddy from BioShock, I believe, is a yes. Let me double check. Yes, Big Daddy is a yes. Moogle from your Final Fantasy. Moogle's a no. Let me rapid fire. Commander Shepard is a no. Qbert is a yes. Onro Dorian. Arno Dorian. Arno Dorian from Assassin's Creed is a no. Shaggy is a no. Bayonetta is a no. The Loco Roco Blob. Technically, Loco Roco Blob is a yes. Bowser is a yes, I think. Olimar is a no. Reinhardt is a no. Dr. Wily is a no. Characters that wear a head accessory, no. Characters that wear something on their face, no. Sheik is a no. Sonic is a no, I believe. Yeah, Sonic is a no. I don't know why I had to question that. Dimitrescu is how you pronounce that, I'm fairly sure. Yeah, I just see the bunch of letters. Jake Blues from the hit 1991 game, Blues Brothers, is a no. Dr. Eggman, no. Elwood Blues, also no. Leon is a no. Characters that aren't humans, nope. Enemies, nope. Taifu, let me check that out. What is this from? Taifu is a no. Characters without noses, no, not quite. Antagonist, no. Officer Jenny is a no. Hog Rider from Clash Royale is a no. Let me double check Bowser. Did I slip up on Bowser? No, Bowser's definitely a yes. Voltorb is a yes. Hey, there we go. Zerafur's got it. Zerafur has got it. Characters with no ears. Yep, Library threw it in there as well. Library threw it in there as well. Characters with no ears. We got it, we got it. It is really weird to me that Bowser doesn't have ears. I mean, like, yes, it makes sense, but also, I guess reptiles don't have ears. But it's just like, you would think he would have something. You were thinking spiked hair? I know, has Bowser no ears is crazy. But he's also like a turtle. Do turtles have ears, like visible ears? When you mentioned Bowser and Cubert, I started thinking about it. Yeah. Yeah, the horns sit where ears should be, so we always picture them there. Yeah, right? Like, it feels like something is there, but it's just the horns. All right, guys. Are we ready to jump to the next category? Okay. Okay, I'm just picking my category out. Here we go. The constant W is peak. All right, here we go. We're starting off. Is that our first guess? Unknown from Pokemon. Unknown is technically a yes. Pac-Man is a yes. Homelander is a yes. Tifa Lockhart is a no. Fortnite default skin guy, you mean Jonesy? Jonesy is a yes. Is that supposed to be Goomba? If that's Goomba, then yes. Mr. Game & Watch is a no. Ganondorf is a yes. Mega Man is a no. Catwoman is tough. Catwoman is tough. I'm gonna say no on Catwoman. Don't take that too much. Don't think about Catwoman too much. Abra is a yes. Minecraft Sheep, I'm gonna say is technically a no. Edward Carnby? No. Boys characters? No. Mr. Saturn? Oh, that's a hard one to consider too. I'm gonna say Mr. Saturn is a no. Characters with personality disorders. I mean, some of these people might. You? No, I'm not on this list. Characters have cameos in other games? No. Respectfully, what the F could Pac-Man and Homelander have in common? I know, it's weird. Now thinking about it, like, Homelander... I'm gonna keep Homelander in this category, but, like, if Homelander's in here, Catwoman might technically be in here. Let me look it up. All right, I'll give you this. If Homelander's on here, Catwoman is on here. Paratroopa, yes. Paratroopa is yes. Winston, yes, from Overwatch. Winston is a yes. King Bill, no. Characters with modes or forms, no. Characters that appear in Smash Bros, no. Clerk Clara from Toontown Online, nope. Glover is a yes. Alucard, as in from Castlevania, right? Alucard is a... Let me do some research. Alucard's tough. Alucard is tough. I'll say Alucard is in it. Characters who eat people? No. Donkey Kong? No. So you put Homelander and Pac-Man in a room together. Who's walking out? Pac-Man. That's an easy answer. Me? As in, like, just me? As a general thing, just me will say yes. Characters that can levitate? No. Characters with or that are hands? No. Master Hand? No. Leon? No. Characters that wear gloves? No. King Babam? No. Characters with power-ups? No. Characters whose partners also appear? No. As soon as there was almost characters, my brain short-circuited. Sonic is a yes. Master Chief? No. This is a really tricky one again, guys. And it's really hard because there's gonna be some maybes. Like, there's gonna be like kind ofs here. Characters that have drastically changed designs? No. I'll give you some hint characters. Characters who like balls. Do all these characters like that? Characters that have jobs? No. Characters from video games? I mean, technically yes, but no. No, it's not characters from video games. I'll give you some hints. Characters that power up? No. Kirby is on this list. Characters who kill? No. Kirby's on this list. Characters who can transform? Characters that are characters? No. Cletus from Dead Rising. Cletus. Dead Rising. No. Cletus is not on there. Characters that expand in size? No. Alright, so my hint characters, Kirby. Yoshi. Pac-Man might be throwing you guys off. Characters that appear in Nintendo games? No. I'll say this. Pretty much every single Pokemon. Characters that swallow? How dare you? No. Characters with spherical designs? No. Characters with tongues? No. I'm trying to think of non-Nintendo characters that fit into this, because it's kind of throwing you guys off. Characters known for eating something? No. Homelander and Catwoman are really, really tough in this, but, like, everybody else kind of fits. Alucard maybe is a tough one, but, like, Pac-Man? I think Pac-Man might be throwing you guys off. Name a Pokemon that doesn't fit. I don't know if there is a Pokemon that doesn't fit. I don't think there's a Pokemon that doesn't fit. Cowman is a no. Mascots, no. Sully. Sully is a no. Characters that are controlled by somebody else. Sully's a no, but it's for the same reason that, like, Homelander, Catwoman, Alucard are kind of, like, in there, but, like, not. But, like... Let me think. Okay, I think the best way to do this is to use the Nintendo characters. Somebody said Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is a no. Rosalina is a yes. Bowser is a yes. Are we catching on? Samus is a yes. Let's try and find somebody who's a no. Someone said, King Dedede is a no. Fuck. Samus is also kind of a yes. I mean, kind of a no. Ah! Characters have been in space. Non-playable characters. Guys, I might have to just... Chun-Li is a definite no. Chun-Li is a definite no. Guys, should I give it to you just because this one's... I might have screwed up. Characters with multiple forms? No. Should I use hand-to-hand combat? No. Nah. Super hint. No, it will be found. We'll get it. Okay. Raiden. I think Raiden is technically a yes. You enjoy the struggle? Okay. Let me think of some more characters. Like, it's gotta be... Okay, I think, like, canonically, maybe... Phoenix Wright? Okay, Phoenix Wright is a great example of a no. Phoenix Wright is no. I from Monkey Ball is a yes. Yes. Raiden from... I assumed you meant Mortal Kombat, because that's what I... Oh, yo, Moose is very close. Not technically no last name, because King Dedede is not in it. Moose, you're like on it. You're like on it. Just take it one step further. Or maybe just simplify it even more. Not characters with a nickname. No last name. No, it's... Kind of. There you go. Characters with one name. I assume you mean characters with one word name. Yes. That hyphen in Pac-Man was doing a lot. Yes, character with a single name or one word. Yep. Characters only known for their first name. Yep. Not really known for their first name because Homelander and Catwoman. That's why I was saying they're like maybe. Everybody knows him as Homelander, but his name is something else. Yeah, that was a bad one, guys. That was a bad one. It was yeah. I had written down characters whose names are one word, but then like you guys started guessing characters with like aliases, and it was like. I feel like some of my guesses made that more difficult. So like I was like looking up like Alucard has a full name, a full three-word name. First, middle, and last. Homelander has a first and last name. Catwoman. The reason I said no to Catwoman initially because like her real name is super well known. You know? Every Pokemon is one word. No, guys, don't apologize for your submissions. It's me who cannot figure them out. Not you guys are not at Type Null might be the only Pokemon with a two-worded name. Guys, are there any other Pokemon with a name that's more than one word? Mr. Mime, there you go. Basically every paradox, yeah. Nidoran male. Nidoran male's, his name is just Nidoran. Iron X, Roaring Moon, Mr. Mime. Porygon Z! Hey, that's another good one. Yeah. Yeah, I would count Nidoran as one word. Mega Charizard X. Jonathan. Pikachu. Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulu, and Tapu, all them. John Pokemon. Love that guy. All right, guys, we got 3 categories left. Hopefully they don't go too, off the rails, and maybe I can give you guys some surefire answers for a lot of these. Okay, nice. Don't be mad at me if I use Pac-Man again. I think it's a great name. I'm sorry. Pac-Man is always welcome. Pac-Man is awesome. Beyonce. There are over 1,000 Pokemon. How are almost all of them one word? Because it's names. I don't know. It's like names of like species. Oh, hi, Mark. Hello, Jacob. Dua Lipa. All right, guys. Are we ready for another category? This wasn't the super hard one? No, it wasn't the super hard one. The super hard one is going to be nuts. Josh, what's up? I'm definitely going to throw down Taifu a few more times. Dude, what is he from? What is Taifu from? I'm looking at the right guy, right? Like this like tiger guy? From Tai-Fu. Alright. Tai-Fu, Wrath of the Tiger, yeah. Characters without pants. No. Guys. Alright. I got Google up. I got a category. Got definitely some varying difficulties here. We're gonna go with we're gonna go with a good one, I think. This one might be a little tough, so let's start. Here we go. No, Jeff. What did Jeff type? Isaac from Dead Space is a no. Mr. Game & Watch is a no. Clyde from Pac-Man is a no. John Marston, no. Deadpool, no. Miss Pac-Man, no. Sub-Zero, no. I forgot who that was already. Oh, the Yakuza guy, no. Tai-Fu is a no. Duck Hunt Duo, no. Heihachi from Tekken is a no. Hero of Kvaj, what is that? No, that's Elder Scrolls. Pikachu, no. Dr. Neo Cortex, no. Vincent Valentine. That's, is that Final Fantasy? Vincent Valentine is a no. The narrator of the Stanley Parable. The narrator from the Stanley Parable, I think, is a... let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna say no with the narrative from Stanley Parable. I really don't think so. Princess Peach, no. Phoenix Wright, no. Spyro, no. Shaq Fu, no. Bubsy, no. You forgot Sub-Zero, no. Not Sub-Zero. Elwood Blues, no. Yoshi, no. Master Chief, no. Poppy Playtime, I'm gonna say is a yes. As in like Poppy from Poppy Playtime. Jingle? Jingle from what? Bopple from Bopple Battle. Bopple from Bopple Battle, I'm gonna count yes, a yes. Mega Man is a no. Stan from Okage, the Shadow of King. No. Joker from Persona 5, no. Chell, no. Frank West is... Why do I know that name? Dead Rising, oh, no. That's why I knew that name. Characters I can't swim, no. Chuck Green. Guys, you guys are getting really, really quick with this. A lot of submissions coming in. Chuck Green. Oh, that's also Dead Rising. No. The Pianta. Sorry. The Pinata from Viva Pinata. I believe not. Gex. No. GLaDOS. No. Cranky Kong. No. Sackboy. No. Sherlock Holmes. No. Lara Croft. No. King Logan from Fable 2. No. Mask Kid from Zelda. No. Geometry Dash Cube. Yeah, I will count Geometry Dash Cube. Characters that don't appear physically in the game, no. Godzilla, no. Mario, no. Billy Hatcher, no. Scar from The Lion King, no. Baldy from Baldi's Basics is a yes. We got Baldy. GLaDOS is a no. I can't remember who I meant. Slime from Dragon Quest, no. GLaDOS, no. A lot of GLaDOS things. Characters with their name in the title, no. Silver from Pokemon Silver, no. Characters that aren't actually in the game, no. Glover, no. Pluck. Who's Pluck? Pluck from Pluck on the Super Nintendo. I'm gonna say no. Luma, no. Super Meat Boy? I think Super Meat Boy's a yes. Characters that are basic shapes, no. Characters whose names are in the game, no. Inanimate objects, no. Characters from mobile games, no. Mascot characters, no. Tetris L-shape, no. The 7-Up dot? No, I don't believe so. Inanimate objects, no. Characters with no nose, no. Isaac from The Binding of Isaac is a yes. Characters that appear on the cover. CJ from GTA is a no. Characters without noses, no. Dolly from Voodoo Vince. I'm gonna say Dolly's a no. Yellow M&M, no. Characters that are single color, no. The Wizard from Gauntlet, no. Spherical characters, no. Hey, there we go. Monster Bus got it. Monster Bus got it. Indie game characters. Indie game characters. That is it. The indies. It's hard. It's hard because a lot of the older games, I mean, there wasn't really much of an indie scene back then. Steve from Minecraft, yeah. Nice job, Monster. When you saw Monster Bus's answer, then you knew. That's a good one. We got to give the love to the indies, man. Indies are important. Play indie games. I should have counted the narrator, I think, maybe. But, like, I was trying to figure out online what Stanley Parable is considered because it's very Valve. It's like, yeah. I don't know. I should have counted the narrator from Stanley Parable. Sorry. For the most part, these next categories, I shouldn't have to do a lot of Googling. That is your hint. We got 2 categories left, guys. We're gonna do 2 more categories. What's up? Watching this from Italy. Hello from Italy. Wow, that's far. Are you on vacation in Italy or are you living in Italy? Because that's insane. What time is it in Italy? When you took time to look up the narrator, I thought it might be characters with British voice actors. That'd be a great category. They either have it or they don't kind of categories. I think it's an indie game. I want to say it was made primarily by 2 people from Boston watching Italy. Wow. That is awesome. I hope you're enjoying Italy. Finland! We got people from Finland? We got people from all over the place. That's freaking awesome. That is awesome. Alright, we got 2 more categories left, guys. And then after the 2 categories that we do, Denmark. Heck yeah. Germany. Austria. Are you guys just pulling my leg now? I feel like you guys are all just... Are you guys all being serious? I can't tell. I'm gonna believe you. I'm gonna choose to believe you. Poland? Heck yeah. Delaware. Hey, you're not too far from me. England. Outer space. I'm in the UK. God, we got a lot of European people in here. Ah, right. Now I know some of these are lies. Now I know some of these are lies. A lot of these are probably trolling. But if you guys are from elsewhere, that is not the US, that is freaking awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out. So, what I was going to say is... what I was going to say was, we're going to do the last 2 categories, and then afterwards, we're going to do a short, maybe 15 to 20 minute Q&A section / suggestions. You like Jeff's contributions? Yeah, I tend to just let him, you know, run wild over there. We'll do a short 15-20 minute Q&A section after the last 2 categories. In that Q&A section, I'll also take suggestions on what you guys want to see on the channel, what you like that we do, what you want to see more of, and just other stuff that you want to see. So we'll do that for sure. But let's get into the last 2 categories, starting right now. Bubble crab? I'm eating my words now because I have to Google that. Bubble crab. Bubble crab from Mega Man is a no. Captain Falcon. God, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. I'll say yes to Captain Falcon, but a soft yes. Peasant from Warcraft 3. Peasant from Warcraft 3 is a no. Where was I? Wheatley, no. Tasmanian Tiger, great pull, but no. Sackboy from Little Big Planet, no, not typically. Arthur Morgan is a yes. Arthur Morgan is a yes. Falco is a no. Typhoo is a no. Homer is a no. Bottles is a no. Cloud from Final Fantasy is a no. Franklin Clinton, is that from GTA? He's a no. Link is a yes. Doom Guy. See, Doom Guy is like Captain Falcon. I'm gonna say no to Doom Guy, though. I think more Captain Falcon than Doom Guy. Old Greg. Oh my gosh, I haven't heard about Old Greg in forever. He's not a video game character. But if you want, I will say that Old Greg is a no. Crash Bandicoot's a no. Bomberman, no. Gex, no. Frank West is a no. Rava from Rava and the Cyclops Curse. Whoa, that's a crazy name. Let me look that up. Rava from Rava and the Cyclops Curse. Yes, Rava from Rava and Cyclops Curse is in there. Mario is a yes. Albert Wesker is a no. John... You mean John Marston from Red Dead 1? John Marston is there. Lucky Luke is a yes as well. I'm Old Greg. Geralt from The Witcher is a no. Doomfist, no. Preston Garvey. Why do I know that name too? Preston Garvey from Fallout is a yes. Preston Garvey is a yes. Blonde hair, no. Doom Guy, no. Santipo from Lego Indiana Jones. Ooh, who's Santipo again? That's Indiana Jones. Okay, no, he's a no. Santipo's a no. Scorpion, no. Cal Kestis, no. Chuck Green, no. I just remember who Chuck Green was. Marth, no. Cole Phelps from LA Noire, I believe is a yes. Cole Phelps is a yes. Cole Phelps. Oh, we got somebody who got it. We got somebody who got it, everybody. A lot of you guys actually started saying it. But I believe the first person to say it was Cam Nelson. Characters with hats. Characters with hats. Nicholas got it as well. Spartan got it. Salazar's got it. Athrysen's got it. Torrid's got it. Brawlcat got it. Throwback to the first short? Yeah. I dug deep. Like, sometimes I like reusing ones that we've done in shorts to mix in, first of all, one that I'm kind of familiar with, but also, like, you guys have heard before, so maybe it's an easier one. But, yeah. I can't believe when we first did that, and like me and Eric picked the exact same category for the first short we ever did. Absolutely nuts. All right, guys, last category here. Last category. Here we go. Are we ready? This one might take a while. This one might take a while, and I think I'm gonna have to give you guys hints at some point. Who knows? This could be the unhinged one. All right, here we go. We'll take that as a first suggestion there. Kaden Alenko is a no. Karth is a no. Is it only video game characters? No. Bullet Bill is a no. Sly Cooper is a no. Chocobo is a no. Endermite is a no. Professor Oak is a no. Blue is a no. Melody, no. Baptiste from Overwatch is a no. Pac-Man, no. Magic Koopa, no. Alex, no. Toadsworth is a no. Honey Simpson? Do you mean Homer Simpson? No. Q from James Bond? No, not Q, not Q. Zigbar, no. Bullet Bill, no. Vinny from the Biker Mice from Mars, no. Bowser? We got our first yes. Bowser's a yes. Spike from Mario, no. Reaver from Fable, no. Squidward, no. Eddie Riggs, no. James Bond is a yes. James Bond is a yes. Kings, no. That's not the category. Blooper, no. James Bond and Bowser. Shrek, no. Titular characters, no. King Boo, no. Characters that wear a tuxedo, no. Bomb Bomb, no. Maxwell from Scribblenauts, no. Characters also in movies, nope. Felix from Wreck-It Ralph, no. But did you say that because of the most recent episode of the podcast? Stalfos, no. Characters that have drank alcohol, no. Has Bowser had an alcoholic beverage? Has anyone said Mario? I don't think so. Mario's a yes. This is some good music for this, for the last category. Link? No. Bowser Jr., no. Tom Nook? No. Luigi? Yes. Nathan Drake? No. Characters appear in spin-off games? No. Scorpion Mortal Kombat is a yes. I'm gonna move my iPad over here. Joanna from Perfect Dark? No. Ralph? No. Is it characters who have big franchises who released or who are going to release in some sort of media this year? No. Super Nintendo characters? No. Sonic? Sonic is a yes. Sonic is a yes. That's we're getting up there. Ezio? No. Characters with fire powers? No. Rasputin from Psychonauts? No. Characters with known family? No. Characters in crossover games? No. Characters who appear in movies? No. I'm telling you guys, this is a crazy one. Characters that have a belt or buckle of some sort? No. Games that have appeared in the N64 console? No. I don't think there's any Sonic games on the N64. Characters that ski? No. Characters older than 30 years? Nope. It's way crazier than that, guys. Way crazier than that. Keep guessing some characters, I think. Characters that appear in more than 3 games. Yeah, more characters. Peach is a yes. Peach is a yes. Characters that can drive? No. Banjo is a yes. Banjo is a yes. Daisy is a no. Jimbo from Bellotto is a no. Pokemon Trainer is a no. Characters that you've dressed up as for Halloween? No, that'd be crazy because you guys don't know. But I've dressed up as Hades from Hades? No. Madeline from Celeste? No. Kratos is a no. Going Old Faithful and guessing? No. Kiryu's not in there. Characters that have canonically eaten pizza? No. Sub-Zero is a yes. Sub-Zero is a yes. Sora from Kingdom Hearts is a yes. Conquer is a no. Characters featured in racing games? No. Kirby? No. Marcus Phoenix? Marcus Phoenix is a no. Leon Kennedy is a no. Ice Climbers is a no. Gruntilda is a no. Mozart from Toontown? No. Trunks from Dragon Ball Z? No. Nope. Was Crash already guessed? Crash was not already guessed, and Crash is a yes. Crash is a yes. Big Daddy's no. Characters in most sold games all time? No. Playable characters? No. Characters that appear in theme parks? No. I will say this. This is one of my hints for you guys. Is there is a finite number of characters that are yeses. Kazooie is a no. Characters with rivals? No. Characters in movies? No. Has nothing to do with movies, guys. There's a finite There's a finite number of yeses you guys can get. Sackboy is a no. Characters that were in Game of the Years? No. Sub-Zero is already on there. Nathan Drake was already guessed. Nathan Drake is a no. Shao Kahn, no. Squidlings, no. Lara Croft is a no. Isn't there always a finite number of guesses? I guess, technically. Rosalina's a no. Characters that fighter wants to know. Jeff Chill. What is Jeff saying? Characters who cause games, no. Sonic's already on there. Donatello, no. Characters who have definitely banged, no. I will say this, guys. Ratchet's a no. Knuckles is a no. Silver's a no. I will say this, guys. The answer lies somewhere elsewhere that you can find it outside of this live stream. That's my hint. Obviously, that could be Steve from Minecraft, no. Characters that appear on Nintendo Power cover, no. Is that a weird hint? Is that too? Characters in the first installment of the series, no. Characters that were in flagship games for their consoles, no. Characters that have siblings or children, no. My next hint will be there are only 20 characters in this category specifically. Characters in games that are made over a specific certain amount of money, no. Rivali from Breath of the Wild, no. Characters that have already been guessed in your videos, that is like very, very close. It's slightly more specific than that. Characters in games that you have 100% no. Yeah, Moose and Cleaver, you're like on it. You're on it, but it's a little bit more specific. Characters from Death Battle, no. Characters with O, I mean, no. No. Characters guessed in shorts from the live streams, no, not from the live streams. Characters guessed in the shorts is like pretty much on top of it, but like take it one step further. Characters with Chinese, no. Characters, Luigi's there. Characters you had as categories is very close. Characters that somebody guessed in the shorts is as close as you can be without getting it. Guys, go watch. Go watch. Scroll down on the channel. Open a separate tab. Open a separate tab. And watch some of the shorts. Characters that were incorrect guesses, not quite. Characters guessed by Mark in shorts, no. Characters that Mark has been and guessed, no. Characters who you addressed, recognized. Characters who you addressed in the recognized category shorts, very, very close. No. First characters guessed in shorts, no. Characters who appear on your short thumbnail of guest category, no. So, I will say, all of these characters, it's characters that are in, it has something to do with the shorts. But the category is more specific than just characters that were guessed in all of our shorts. Characters given as hints? No. It's not just character. No, it's not the first characters guessed in all of our shorts. Who would win a fight? No, it's not from who would win in a fight. No, it's not the successful ones. I'm gonna try and give you a hint with the way I say this. Characters guessed in the first short? No, not the first short. Not the first short, but that is the closest that someone has been. Bam, that's the closest that someone has been. First characters guessed in the first 20 shorts? No. This is specifically it. I will say this. This does not include all of our guess the category shorts. Unwedged! Unwedged got it. Unwedged got it. Unwedged got it. This is every character that was included in our last guess the category. Our most recent guess the category video. I have a screenshot of the video right here. This is every character's yeses and nos that were in our guess the category. Way too specific of a category. I thought it was going to be game knowledge. Every other category was game knowledge. I gave you guys the warning. Characters guessed by Eric. I mean, they were guessed by Eric, but the category wasn't just characters guessed by Eric, because there'd be a lot more than 20. Yeah, guys. If you're just tuning in now and now it's too specific of a category, I will say that was one that I gave the caveat of it being unhinged and wild. All the other categories are game knowledge, or at least just like knowledge of the visuals of the character. No worries, Beaver. No worries. No worries. Yeah. Actually, I can scroll down, and if you could see, we have Jeff listing out the categories here. These are actually all the categories that we did, and the people who got them correct in chat. We had non-human humans. What? Non-bipedal characters, shirtless characters, Smash Bros characters, characters from horror games, characters without ears, characters with single word names, characters that don't have hats, and then the last one was a very specific. I gave the caveat of it's unhinged and crazy, that it was every guess in the most recent guess the category video. So if you're just tuning in, when's the next live? Yo, what's up, David? How you doing? Next live. So the next, just straight up next live will be Wednesday. I'll be streaming James Bond First Light. And guys, don't log out quite yet, because we're not gonna wrap up stream for a little bit. We still got a little bit of juice in the tank. We're gonna do a little bit of a Q&A slash. I'm gonna take your suggestions and write them down for the channel, so I could deliver content that you guys want to see. But the next live will be Wednesday. I'll be streaming James Bond. Thursday, we'll also be streaming James Bond First Light. I am super hyped for that game. Next Sunday, this is actually something I want to talk to you guys about, because I thought of a really fun idea. Next Sunday, we're going to be doing another community stream. Another community stream where you guys have input, where you guys are a part of it, and we're going to have fun together. But we're not going to be doing a live guess the category. Keep it hard. Someone will always get it. Makes it more fun when someone gets it. Yeah, I like to jump back and forth between easier and harder categories. Like, we had some pretty easy ones today, and then we had some crazy ones thrown in. Got to mix it up. But next Sunday, guys. Next Sunday, we're gonna be doing a. We're gonna be doing a music battle. Song battle, I think it's technically called. It's a website where you guys can submit songs. We're gonna do video game music, anything that's video game, from a video game soundtrack, stuff like that. You guys submit the links. Everyone will get one submission. It'll turn into a bracket. We'll listen to the songs on stream. And we will vote either, if you guys want, we can do a poll in chat for each round. I think there's a way I can set that up to be automatic, but if not, I could do polls each round. Or if you want, no, it's not going to be guess the video game music. It's going to be a bracket of video game songs. So we each round we choose one, like which one moves on to the next round. If you guys want, we can do you guys voting in the chat with polls, or you guys can send in all the music and I am the decider, and I get to rank your video game music that you suggest. That is up to you guys. We got Spartan giving a Q&A question. Would you be interested in doing videos of the history of classic video game characters? Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be worked into I think it'd be worked into other videos. So I'm doing a video series called A Love Letter to Insert Name of a Game, where I talk about how much I love a game. I think I'd go in depth into character history in that, in those kinds of videos. You like the host deciding is better? Okay. Oh, that's a lot of fun, actually. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. You guys pick out your favorite video game music that you think I would like, and we'll see how it fares up against everybody else's favorite video game music. And we'll have one winner by the end of it. Maybe easier if you rate them. I think it'll go quicker that way. And it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun for you guys to be like submitting your answers and leaving it completely up to me to kind of see who wins. Because you guys might surprise me. I'm excited to hear songs that I've never heard before. It'd be favorite to know some of your... So, bands specifically, the only rule is that it has to be video game music. It could be from a video game soundtrack. It can be a song about video games. But it does have to be video game related music. It can't just be any song. I think the bracket format would be fun, so you would do one song versus another at a time and then see what ends up at the end. Yeah, exactly that. There's a website that does it. I open up a room, you guys all join and submit links to, I believe, YouTube videos. And then it makes the bracket automatically, and I could do that. Balls title screen is going to take gold? Perhaps. I've never heard it. Yeah, bands. Bands aren't video game music, so we don't just post tracks you like. Okay. Well, I'm a big Ninja Sex Party guy. Twerp, obviously in that realm. But bands that aren't related to them, I like Streetlight Manifesto. Streetlight Manifesto is up there. I listen to a lot of classic rock. But I also find myself listening to a decent amount of like fantasy instrumentals. So I can't put a name on a band, but like I'll throw on like fantasy festival music and stuff like that. But pick out songs that you like, that you want to hear me rate or rank, and we'll go from there, because I want to hear some new music. Any words from Jeff the Goat? Jeff's gonna get a second to type with you guys and be alone with you guys while I run to the bathroom. Blues Brothers is gonna take the... If you post Blues Brothers music from the video game, it counts. Be careful of copyright if you intend to play the songs in the channel. Live streams, it should be okay. And I think it's only gonna play a certain number of, or a certain amount of the song. Like we'll do like 20 seconds of the song. But I don't think I'll get a copyright strike if I do it on stream. Guys, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick, and then we'll jump into like an official Q&A kind of section here where you guys can just spit out questions and I'll answer them. But I'm gonna run to the restroom. Enjoy your alone time with Jeff. Alright, I'm back. I'm afraid to read this. It's not quite over. Y'all thinking I'm a real person and not some AI Mark super trained? His age? What do you guys say in the chat? Any words from Jeff the Goat? Nice Shirtless Manifesto mention. Yeah, hell yeah. Sometimes the ba. Free my boy Jeff. Marcel. Jeff, blink if you're being held captive. Would you win in a fight against Mark? Let's see. Mark would probably win the physical battle, but I'd take him out emotionally. Yet, stay tuned. The next who would win in a fight is just going to be all the people behind button press. Or like all the people involved. Quick, while he's gone, what's his favorite video game song? Oh. You guys actually will find that out in a future video. It's a hard pick. It's a hard pick. I'd believe you are AI, just not super trained. If you're AI, the future isn't looking so bad. They're turning on me. Guys, don't turn on Jeff. Jeff is freaking awesome. If you get the stream set up to play any retro game, what game? I have all the wires to play retro games. I just haven't done it yet. Been playing a lot of newer stuff. I want to do a full playthrough of Ocarina of Time this year. I've never fully played it all the way until the end. I've played a decent amount of it, just about after the Water Temple. I probably have forgotten some of it. So I think Ocarina of Time would be fun. I want to do Quest 64, everybody. I want to do Quest 64. Does that sound like fun? But yeah, I do have all the wires to theoretically stream retro, I believe. I just have to make sure it works good and set up a different layout for it. How do you feel about people named Mark? I don't specifically hate them, but their existence has made my existence harder. Because I have to introduce myself as Mark with a C. I know that Jeff views Jeffs as lesser people. I don't hate the Marks with the K's of the world, but I will say that their existence has made my life harder. Resident Evil's Director's Cut, DualShock version, basement theme. Save it for next Sunday. Where would we do the VGM song submissions for the bracket? In the Discord? No, we're gonna use a website. I believe the website. Let me pull up my other tab that's not. So we're gonna use this website. I'll post it in the chat here. Let me give Jeff back his ability to type to you guys. That's the website we're going to be using. So basically, I'm going to create a room. You guys can join, and you literally just post a link to a YouTube video in there. So it's going to be done live. You don't have to do any prep beforehand besides just find the YouTube video that you want to submit. Whoa, I can't believe Jeff wrote that about Mark. I'm not even looking. I'm scared. Whatever. I hope Jeff knows he's definitely the GOAT. Do you guys want to see Jeff on camera one of these days in a video? Is that something we do? Do we bring Jeff on? That's honestly up to Jeff. Oh yeah. Channing Tatum, you know the one. It was good. I have Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask on N64. Never played them. Just looking for the right time to start. Hopefully your stream will inspire me. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. I have... Careful, he might take over. Jeff already runs the entire account. You guys just don't know that yet. Just kidding. We love you, Mark. Thanks. 21 Jump Street. You know, there's a lot of us that here, I mean, that help in button press, and it's cool to see that everybody, like, shows the love to, like, you know, people love when they see Eric and I chatting it up. When Justin pops on, everybody loves it. When Zach pops on, like, everybody has their own style that they bring to button press, and their own, you know, personality that shines when they're on camera with me. PJ is a new guest that we had on, and John was on a previous episode of the podcast about video game movies. Next week's episode, he's actually on it again. It's me, Eric, and John talking about movie tie-in games. You play Ocarina of Time yearly. Would love to watch a playthrough as well. Awesome. That will be something that happens in the future. So, guys, I'm gonna drop the title off the top here because we're not guessing categories anymore. When you say the names, can they pop up on screen like the guess a character format? I'm bad with names. What do you mean? In my mind, there are 50 plus people at Button Press. You guys want the rundown of how Button Press operates behind the scenes? Oh, can you write their names? Can they pop up on screen? Like the guess? Yeah. Here you go, Jeff. You can start typing these out like we're doing a guess the category round. Let me scroll up a little bit. I realize that you're cut off. All right. Okay, I guess guest category is over. Yes, we just finished up the guest category. I'm sorry if you missed. You guys want a little peek into how it works? Where's the winner's summary for today's guesses? On the bottom here. If I scroll down here, Jeff has written out all the winners for today. All the categories that we did. All the winners there. So this is the rundown of how Button Press operates behind the scenes. It's not that exciting, guys. But I feel like a lot of people ask, and a lot of people assume that we're like, no, there's not 2 marks. There's not 2 marks. I could post the winners and stuff in there, or like the people who guessed it right in the Discord today. Anyway. This is how Button Press works. It's not that interesting, but a lot of people ask questions about it. You guys are super awesome. Thank you, Jeremiah. You're awesome for being here. So, I'm the one who started Button Press. Button Press is kind of my channel. I wanted to start a podcast at the end of last year. Kind of evolved into this, and now it's even growing further. So, I started it. I told my brother Eric, and I was like, hey, do you want to record a podcast episode with me? No. I knew that he wanted to be a part of it without any obligation, which I was fine with. I was like, as long as you show up, record, and talk to me about video games, that's all I need from you, man. It is going to be Eric with a K. I am Mark with a C. Eric with a K. Eric is my brother. You've seen him in shorts. You've seen him in podcast episodes. We could interview Eric about how he feels about Eric with a C. You know, how he feels about those kinds of people. Eric is the cool one. That is true. Your parents have a sense of humor for sure. I know they just want to make our lives hard with these names. No, I'm just kidding. I love that my name is slightly different. Anyway, continuing. I asked Eric, hey, you want to do a podcast with me? Literally all you have to do is show up. I'll do all the editing, all the scheduling, whatever. That happened. And then I started recording with, I think I started recording with Zach as well, right after that. Zach, Z-A-C-H. You've seen him in recent shorts and episodes of the podcast. He's one of my best friends. You know, he's out here recording with me and stuff like that. He just kind of shows up to record whenever he wants. Obviously, I reach out to him. Apparently, him and Jeff are gonna get the McRib one day, as per Jeff's word. Then we got Justin. Justin is my cousin. You saw him on the Pokemon episode and in a lot of shorts. The way to be on Bud Press is to have a non-standard spelling of your name. Pretty much. We are the CK brothers would be a nice icebreaker. You get one with a C and one with a K. Anyway, Justin's my cousin. He obviously records a lot with me, helps, you know, make content like that. I invite him over. Basically, all these people that I'm listing, I reach out to and say, hey, what's your schedule looking like? Would you want to come over and record either a podcast episode or, you know, shorts, depending on what I kind of need for the channel at the time. Then we get Jeff. Jeff is my man behind the scenes, the one typing out all this stuff next to me, the one who has been helping. He's another buddy of mine who, when I started this thing, he, you know, hopped in. I saw he popped in the Discord, and we chatted a bit. I was like, hey, dude, you wanna be a moderator? I know you. I trust you. He's a moderator in chat here. He's in the Discord. He was, long before I made him a moderator, he was just kind of, you know, chatting it up in the Discord, talking about video games, what this whole thing is about, blah, blah, blah. And now he owns Button Press. No, I'm just kidding. But then I was like, hey, you want to be a moderator? I trust you. I need people that I trust that could be a moderator. And now he helps a lot behind the scenes with live stuff. Like, he'll do this stuff. He'll type out your answers. How often do you wear game merch? I don't want to say every day. If I'm going like out, I usually don't wear it. But like if I'm home, I'll wear it. And I'll wear it out. But like, I don't know. You want a number? Five days a week maybe? Did you game more as a kid or now as an adult? Probably equal. Probably equal amount, but I game at different times of the day now. Like I think I find my most, like I'm either gaming like early morning on my day off or late at night if I can find the time. I think it's equal amount. Can all guess the character winners get a 1% share in Button Press? You mean on live, the live guest categories? That'd be crazy. As a CEO, can you give us some life tips? I'm not a CEO. I don't want to get that mixed up. Also, we have PJ. PJ is a recent guest on the podcast. You'll be seeing him more in some content. He's a really cool dude. Another friend of mine. I met him through Justin and Jeff. And he's just so cool. He's awesome. Knows a lot about video games, so you'll see him in content. PJ is cool. That's all I gotta say for right now until you guys get a little bit more PJ action on the channel. But you'll realize he's great. Then John, you've seen on an episode. He'll be on next week's episode of the podcast talking about movie stuff, video game stuff, movie stuff. I call him my cousin-in-law because he is married to my cousin. But he's also awesome. As he stated in the last podcast episode that he was on, that he is in the movie business. Works in movies. Has a lot of knowledge about that. And he's just a phenomenal guy overall. And you'll be seeing him occasionally on the podcast. He's a great voice to talk to. Has a lot of great things to say. I will get to the CEO life tips in a second. It's not going to be from the perspective of CEO, but I will give you life tips in a second. Some of them take with a grain of salt. See the new Mortal Kombat yet? Yes, I saw it 2 days ago. I loved it. It was freaking awesome. There's a fight in there that I cannot stop thinking about. The soundtrack was great. I've been listening to the movie soundtrack. But there is a specific fight. Have you seen it yet, Yeppy? It says that you are. Jeff's only truthful 50% of the time. Hey man, just jumped in. Shadow, hello. You were also ahead and whatever. I guess I am. What's your favorite meme? I like it because of the my favorite meme, just because of how wholesome it is, and I think it brings me back to a time in my life that I look back on fondly. Do you know the one of the guy who like flies in the air and it's like boop 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 boop? That meme. I love that meme. Would love to hear from PJ. Yeah, PJ was on the most recent episode of the podcast, guys. Check that out. You saw it. Don't want to spoil, but curious which fight you were referencing. The Bag Raider song. I feel like I know which fight. The Shooting Star meme, yes. Is there anybody here that... Guys, I'm going to say which fight I'm talking about. If you care about spoilers for Mortal Kombat 2, I'm going to give you a second to mute the stream. I'm going to give you a second to mute the stream, and then I'm going to say which fight I'm talking about, and then I'm going to give a double thumbs up when you can unmute. I'm just going to say the names once. So, mute if you care about streamers. So, spoilers. I don't know why I said streamers. Spoilers. Here we go. Talking about the fight with Kung Lao and Liu Kang. Phenomenal. Amazing. Alright, I'm going to give my thumbs up so everyone can unmute. Unmute. You can unmute. Welcome back if you knew it. Or, if you muted. I knew it, yeah. Shooting Star meme. Shooting Star meme is great. Yo, Yee! Your picture is Yee. Yee is another one of my favorite memes. Like, top 3 is Yee. I didn't realize that your picture was Yee. But yeah, that fight in that movie, I cannot stop thinking about it. There's music in it. Actually, I could pull up the music. So this is gonna be from the soundtrack of the movie. This song is playing during the fight, and there's a part that kicks in. I got like goosebumps in the theater, and I'll just read what Jeff wrote. Characters that have X thing in common, whereas one of those characters don't have said thing in common. For instance, characters from Sonic is the category. We notice that Master Chief is in there. Oh, I like that. Imposter category. So who doesn't belong? I like that. Let me write that down. Yeah, that fight is iconic and choreographed so well. Dude, it was so phenomenal. I'm gonna save you, brothers. Not today. Are you talking about Jeff? The song is way too like intense for the stream, but there's a part that I needed to get to. Mark, did you play D&D? Any stories to tell? I play D&D every week. I have plenty of stories. I'm gonna write Imposter. This part of the music, it's not here. I'll turn the music up a little bit. Here we go. Right here, ready? It's gonna kick in. It like slows down for a second. No spoilers for MK2 stream. Yeah, don't stream any, or don't spoil anything for MK2. Right here. Nope, not yet. Sorry. Missed the mark. It's coming up. How do I do the song? This song's in the movie. Right here. Here it comes. It's so good. It's so good, guys. Here we go. You'll recognize it when it comes on. Did you play TF2? Yeah, I used to play TF2. It's so good! Kicking in that, like, epic... That epic Mortal Kombat theme right there. Like, the... This. Mixed with the visuals, which I will not spoil what they are. Ooh, I got goosebumps, and, like, I was, like... I got, like, an adrenaline rush in the theater. Go back to some other music. I'm finally going to leave you guys alone. Would love to see an Alan Wake stream somewhere in the future. Dude, you don't have to... If you feel like you're bothering at all, you are not. That is impossible. Don't feel like you're bothering us at all. I don't know if that's what you meant when you said I'm finally going to leave you guys alone, but you're welcome to hang around. I'm going to be hanging around for another 5-10 minutes maybe. How do you like Carl Urban as Johnny Cage? He was phenomenal. I thought all the acting was great. Johnny Cage was awesome. Katana was awesome. Holy crap. Shao Kahn was amazing. I feel like it's been a while since we had a fighting tournament movie of any kind. Yeah, now we're getting 2 in the same year. Street Fighter later this year. I say stuff like that all the time. It's just a way of saying bye, I think. I think so too. But, yes. Alan Wake would be fun. Kano is great. Kano is awesome. Kano was awesome in the first one. What are your favorite Mortal Kombat characters? Oh man, that's tough. I mean, how can you not Cole Young? No. Don't spoil anything on MK2, by the way, guys. We're trying to keep it spoilerish free. Favorite MK characters? I mean, it's hard not to say Scorpion. I do love Scorpion, but like Liu Kang's great. Johnny Cage is great. Who's the cowboy guy? Salazar, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out. See you guys next time, next Sunday, or if you want to tune into the next live on Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be live. Rain is really cool. Rain has some cool abilities. Who's the cowboy guy though? There's like the cowboy. Is it Aaron Black? Aaron Black is his name, or Evan Black? Aaron Black? I feel like it's something like that. He's really cool. I mean, Kung Lao. Kung Lao is awesome. Aaron Black, yeah. Take care. Mark and Jeff. Unacceptable. No, I'm just kidding. Zerifer. Take care. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. That's it. Aaron Black. ERRON Black. Yeah. Gandalf should be in fighting games, though. Monk. Are we excited for Cyber Sub-Zero? Underrated. I mean, any form of Sub-Zero is just badass. Are we excited for any of the fighting games that are coming out? Are you more of a Mortal Kombat or a Street Fighter guy? I'm more of a Mortal Kombat guy. Jeff. I'm more of a Mortal Kombat guy, I think. Both are great. Both are great. All right, guys. I think it's time that we start wrapping up stream. I think we had a good one. We had a lot of good categories. I can always post the correct guessers. The correct guessers in the Discord. Speaking of, that was perfect timing, Stream Elements. Popping in. If you're not already in the Discord, join the Discord. We talk about video games, music, movies, and everything nerdy, and also real life stuff pretty much every single day. There's a lot of us in there. I think there's like 140 of us now. A lot of fun. Not gonna lie, this channel is what got me into games again. Dude, I love that. I love that. That is awesome to hear. That is awesome to hear. What have you been playing, Torrid? What game did you hop back into? I'm also glad we can do that for you. Also, guys, I know I streamed Yoshi the other day. I might have to do some Yoshi off stream because I don't think I'm gonna have time to stream it, man. With James Bond this week. I'm trying Dragon Quest 11. Awesome. Awesome. That is great. Yeah. Tord, if you're not in the Discord, dude. Tord, if you're not in the Discord, I recommend you join because we'll talk about some games, give you some good recommendations, and you can also keep us updated on games that you're playing. I'll stop by for future streams. Heck yeah. We're going to be doing plenty of streams. I try and keep some variety in the time that I start. Sunday streams will probably always be a 1 to 2 p.m. It seems like 2 p.m. is when people really found the time to jump in. So I think we'll do 2 p.m. for Sunday streams. But I stream at night other nights of the week, so if that works better for you, there you go. James Bond will be on Wednesday and Thursday. All throughout the day, pretty much. I'm off those days. I took off for one of those days, and the other one is my normal off day, so I can freaking play the crap out of James Bond. Do you have a favorite Bond? Like a favorite actor? If that's what you're asking, it's Pierce Brosnan. "2 p.m. gives you time to come home from church?" Yeah. I gotta take into consideration West Coasts and other time zones and stuff like that. I think 2 p.m., maybe even a 3 p.m. start, which I kind of like doing 2 p.m. I like having a full day after stream on a Sunday. Because I do work on Sundays before stream. Timothy Dalton, underrated. Pierce is the GOAT. Pierce is the GOAT, man. Like, nothing screams Bond more than like Pierce, laser watch, cheesy Bond. Love it. But yeah, I do work before stream on Sundays. So like I like to have a full day afterwards as well. So it's not just work to stream to sleep. He is the Bond in my opinion. Yo, what is up? What is up? How do you pronounce your name? YouTubers channel? We're gonna call you YouTubers. What is up? You're catching the very end of the stream for today. Guys, I think it's time to log off. Get a little hungry. I'm gonna work on some other button press stuff behind the scenes. And I got a Super Smash Brothers night planned out with a couple of people. So, we're doing Super Smash tonight. Not on stream. This is not me advertising another stream. This is just in my own time. Gonna play some Smash and have some fun. See y'all later. Had fun. I'll watch the VOD. It's all good. Yeah, YouTubers, if you're not in the Discord and you want to join, the link is in chat there. And then you can find out when our next community stream is, which is going to be next Sunday at around 2 p.m. All right, guys. We're going to log off here. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And thank you for supporting the channel. As always, you guys really make this possible. But I will see you guys live on Wednesday, but you will see my face in videos the days leading up till then. So, guys, peace out. Have a good rest of your Sunday, or Monday, if that's the day it is, depending on where you live. I'll see you next time. Peace out.